Sarva Vedanta Siddhanta Gocharam Tamagocharam Govindam Paramanandam Sadgurum Pranatosmyaham. So today morning we have seen first Vairagyam is very essential. Vairagyam means what? Dispassion from the sense objects. So through proper discrimination, Viveka, one has to develop Vairagya. When you develop proper Vairagya, then Bodha, the true knowledge happens in the heart. The self-knowledge. Through the self-knowledge, what happens? You will come to understand that all these things are not real. Everything is only the selves and nothing is other than the selves. So therefore, complete withdrawal will happen. Uparama. When the withdrawal happens totally, always you enjoy that bliss. And Paramam Shanti. So this is the step-by-step phalam of our sadhana. Here we saw Shankara saying, Adi Shankara saying, suppose if you are not attaining the subsequent phalam or the stages, so whatever you achieved in the previous stages becomes useless. Meaning only Vairagya, no knowledge. There is knowledge as if, but there is no Uparama. See, it cannot happen that way. But if it happens, it means it's not the right Vairagya, it's not the true knowledge. So Uparama will not happen and it makes no meaning. It becomes useless. So therefore first Vairagyam and then Bodha and then Uparamaha, then comes the Ananda and Shanti. So this is how he has explained today morning. Now moving on to the next verse. Drishta dukkeshvanudvegaha Vidyaya prastutam phalam Yatkrutam bhranti velayam Nana karma jugupsitam Paschannaro vivekena Tatkatam kartumarhati Drishta dukkeshvanudvegaha Vidyaya prastutam palam Yatkrutam bhranti velayam Nana karma jugupsitam Paschannaro vivekena Tatkatam kartumarhati. See, what is the fruit of Vidya? Vidya means the knowledge. What happens when you have true knowledge? Drishta dukkeshu anudvegaha. Drishta dukkeshu means what? Here the word drishta means prarabdha. Drishta dukkeshu. Because that is now manifesting. That is called as drishta. Sanchita means adrishta. We don't know what is sanchita. So drishta dukkeshu means whatever is seen now. That is the prarabdha karma. Whatever dukkha arises out of the prarabdha karma. Drishta dukkeshu anudvegaha. he is not swayed by the sorrows of the prarabdha karma, anudvegaha. He is not touched. Meaning what? Because of prarabdha of the body or mind, some sort of sorrows may come, like the physical illness. And sometimes even, mind, there are certain things can happen because of whatever may be the reason, but he is not touched by anything. Anudvegaha. So whatever happens, he is not swayed by any of these emotions, sukha or dukkha. Dukkha Sayoga Viyogam Yogam. It is said in Bhagavad Gita. Beautiful, Dukkha Sayoga means what? When the dukkhas come, Sayoga, when it approaches you, when it comes to you, Viyogam, you don't become miserable. This is yoga. Our Acharya keeps telling, when the dukkha comes to you, you refuse to become miserable. Sayoga Viyogam Yoga, that is yoga. So beautiful. How can you do that? By not identifying. Because the dukkha happens in the mind. But I am the self, the witness of the dukkha. I am not the dukkhi. When you become dukkhi, you are identified. And the ahankara is asserting. The ego self is asserting. But when you stand apart and say, I am only witnessing the dukkha, dukkha is rising in my heart. I am just illuminating and watching it. See? Then you will not be swayed by dukkha. See, I would tell you one more thing. If you are a sincere sadhaka, I won't lie, dukkha can come and you will be affected also. But you will not be drowned in dukkha. Within a second, within few seconds, you will be able to recoup yourself. And then you will be able to sort of see it clearly. But the people who are not exposed to Vedanta, who are not in this field, they so much sympathize with the ego self and identify with it. And then they feel very miserable always. They don't have that heroism to say, this dukkha cannot touch me. I am the witness of the dukkha. They are in me, I am not in them. See, this Gurudev wrote from the stage, from the Vyasapit, he wrote, they are in me, I am not in them. Meaning what? Dukkha rises in the mind. That is why it said, they are in me. Right? I am just the sakshi, I am watching it. But actual dukkha comes, it's very difficult. It becomes very negative in the mind. Dukkham, I explained to you on the day, kam means space. Sukham means a very pleasant space within. Dukkham means very uncomfortable space within. That is dukkham. When it comes, we want to get rid of it somehow. So we try to do something. But if we can, without panicking, watch. Similarly, when the fear crops up, watch. Lust and passion crops up, watch. If that can be watched, then it cannot touch you. By watching, you take the standpoint of the sakshi, just an illuminator, and you identify the self actually. You become that bird in the higher branch. In my kutia, if you see the painting, there is another one bird in the lower branch, eating the fruit. Another bird is just watching. So when we are eating the fruit, sukha dukkha, we become a jiva. When we are just observing, watching, not eating, then we become the Paramatma, the Sakshi, the Paramatma. So when you can watch like that, that is the Vedanta sadhana. See, initially what we do, we try to understand why this dukkha, what has caused me this dukkha, that person, this has happened this way. These are all, in the world. It cannot give you any solution. And another dukkha will come. It will go on. Doubts, another doubt will come. You have to say, I have nothing to do with this. This mind and its emotions, thoughts, I have nothing to do with it. I am Paripurna Paramatma, the Sakshi Matrameva. Like that, if you can stand, then only you can come out of dukkha, otherwise not. See, in this world, very difficult. If you sympathize with this ego personality, oh, why dukkha to me? Why I am like this? Why dukkha only to me? Gone. It comes to anybody, everybody. Whether it comes to anybody, everybody or not, I don't care. Even it comes here, I don't care. See? This is the standpoint. It is not that whether it is coming, not coming to him, only coming to me. No. For whoever it comes or not, I don't care. So, dukkha sayoga viyogam yogam. Then the miseries cannot disturb you. This is the phalam of what? Vidyayaha. Knowledge. This is the knowledge. Whatever now I spoke to you, this is the right knowledge. That I am not this ego self which is suffering. I am the pure self. So therefore the suffering is not mine. I am just a sakshi matram. This is Vidya. With this knowledge, you stand apart, no dukkha for you. Even when sukha comes, you should be able to stand apart. You know why? If you don't stand apart while sukha comes, you cannot stand apart while dukkha comes. Because it's only a habit. Sukha comes means I will enjoy, dukkha comes means I will stand apart. No, it will never happen that way. Only when you always stand apart, you know how to stand apart. See, sukha and dukkha have got no meaning. Why? It is just a modification of the mind. What else it is? Tell me. Sukha or dukkha, just modification of the mind. If you think very clearly, it is manasu konjam dibdi asayidhu avladhaan. What has happened now? Sukha means what? Mind is little bit modifying. Avladhaan. There is nothing. So, manasoda salaname koodadungranga. Mind should not even move. So therefore, one who has got the right knowledge, he will no more suffer. Yatkritam bhranti velayam nana karma jugupsitam paschat naraha vivekena tat kadam kartum arhati. Bhranti velayam. One who is in ignorance. Bhranti velayam. Yatkritam, whatever done, nana karma, different actions. Jugupsita means what? Sometimes good, sometimes very bad also. So, paschat naraha vivekena. When a person has got the proper discrimination, tat kadam kartum arhati, how can he ever do such kind of activity, such kind of actions? See, when you are ignorant, because of your selfish greed, sometimes you do something which is not expected out of you. It is possible because you are very egoistic, very selfish, and you want more and more for your own sense gratification. So at that time, if somebody has done something wrong, Vijukupsam is what? Verukramari, disgusting. But how can he ever do such kind of activity when he has got discrimination? Why? Now he knows he is the self. He is not this ego self. And number two, from the very Vyavaharik standpoint also, he knows whatever he does comes back to him. With the interest. It comes back. See, this is the niyadi. Whatever you do to the world, to anybody, it comes back to you. Be jagrada. Nothing will go just like that. When you have done something nasty to somebody, now you can be happy. Like the ball which is thrown on the wall, it comes back to you. So that is in Vyavahara, the karma will come back. But Viveka is what? I am not the ego self. I am the Purna Paramatma. If somebody is living like that, will he ever do such kind of activities which harms others, which harms oneself? He will never. Why? He sees the self everywhere, same self everywhere. If you are hurting somebody, you are hurting yourself. Is that not so? And if the ego is very, very less, then you cannot hurt anybody. See, today morning, this girl who came just now, Saranya, she wanted to do the puja. But we have already asked our devotees to do the puja. But I understood she may feel a little sad about it. So I called her, you also do it. So she will be a little happy now. So this is what we have to understand. You know, we should not allow anybody to be sad. But sometimes, because of our own personality, without even us knowing it, or helplessly we hurt others. That is also, we have to be very jagrata only. If you regret or if you understand, then you should try to do some prayaschitta. Prayaschitta means what? You should try to do something so that the other person is not hurt too much. You know, if a person is sensitive, if a person is having that Viveka, he should see to it that nobody is hurt unnecessarily. See, already the world is full of dukkha. Why should we add to it? What I am saying, people, because of ignorance, already they are suffering. So much suffering is there. We should not add to the suffering. As far as possible, we should see to it that suffering is elevated, means it should be reduced. So Vivekina means what? One who is having this kind of a discrimination should not ever try to add to dukkha. Should try to reduce the dukkha. So this we have to keep in mind, you know, as a seeker. This is non-violence, not to hurt others, harm others, hurt others. But sometimes knowingly or unknowingly we hurt. Sometimes helplessly we hurt. Because our personality is such, we are helpless. Sometimes, you know, you wonder, why I am like this? But there is no answer to this. Why I am like this? There is no answer to this. And you want to improve only. You want to change. But sometimes the Maya or the force from within, whatever, is so much that you are helpless. But you cannot give the excuse that I am helpless, I am helpless. You know. So Vivekinaha means one who has got discrimination. How can he ever do that which he has been doing when he was ignorant? It is not possible. So when you start seeing the same self everywhere, you cannot hate anybody. You cannot harm anybody. You cannot inflict pain on anybody. But there are people who are very masters, you know, adept at getting hurt, even if you don't hurt. Then what to do? We do not know what will hurt whom. We don't know actually sometimes. Sometimes very casual remark may hurt somebody. Ayyo, Swamiji has said this. How can he say that to me? I didn't mean anything. No, Swamiji, I know you. You always hurt me like this. What can I do? Then you should become Mauni Baba. Even when you become Mauni Baba, nowadays you don't talk to me. I am very hurt, you know. See, sometimes you cannot do anything about it. But if you feel you can do something about it, you have to do something about it. If you are a seeker. See, in the Vyavaharik standpoint I am talking. From the absolute standpoint, there is nothing except the self. So, whatever he was doing when he was ignorant, he cannot do it when he is enlightened. Why we do something wrong? Because of ego, selfishness, greed. I don't care. I want my quota of happiness. I want my quota of happiness. I don't care about others. Even if it is hurting others, I don't care. I want my quota of happiness. This is Rakshasa. This is a trait of Rakshasa. See, those days only few Rakshasas here and there. Now you walk on the street, 70-80% only Rakshasas. I want my quota of happiness. You go and hang yourself. I don't care. See, he cannot function this way. A man who is awakened. He cannot function this way. That is what is explained in these words. Moving on. Vidya phalam syad asato nivrittihi. pravrittirajnanapalam tadikshitam tajñajñayoryan mrugatrishnikadau no chedvidham drushtapalam kimasmad Vidya palam syad asato nivrittihi pravrittirajnana palam tadikshitam tajñajñayoryan mrugatrishnikadau no chedvidham drushtapalam kimasma. Vidya phalam syat. What is the fruit of the true knowledge? The fruit is asataha nivrutti. Whatever you understood to be unreal, from there you withdraw. This is the fruit of the real knowledge. Pravrittihi ajnana phalam tadikshitam. And what is ajnana? You do not know it is unreal and you go and fall on it. And still further, you know it is unreal and then you go and fall on it. This is ajnana phalam. See, Acharya Shankara gives a beautiful example. That is the glory of Shankara. What he says here? He says, Tajñaha ajñayoho. This is the difference between the knower and the ignorant. What is the difference? Mrugatrishnikadau. Suppose if there is a mirage water, carnal neer, in the desert, you may see some water, na? Desert, mirage water, carnal neer. What is Vidya? If you know that it is only a mirage water, what will you do? You will not go there. You know you cannot quench your thirst with that water because there is no water. It is only appearing as a water, carnal neer, mirage. So when you are truly, when you know it, what you will do? You will not go there. You will go and search somewhere else. But what is ajnana? Arey, there is water. I can drink from there. You go there. This is the difference between ajnana and jnana. Somebody comes and tells you, Arey Baba, there is no water, there is only appearing like water. Okay. But you know, I am so thirsty. Can I please go and drink it? If you ask, then what to talk? Meaning, it doesn't come into him that this is a mirage water. If he knows clearly, will he ever go there to drink? So, the Tattvajnaha, he knows clearly that there is no Sukham in this world. Everything is in the self only, Swarupam only. Whatever is there is only Guna. Guna Guneshu Vartante, Iti Madhvana Sajjate. It is like that. That is Guna. Guna is that. And our vasanas are in tune with that Guna, then we like it. When we like it, we say, nice. Then we want it. See? It will not go just like that. When we like it, we want it. We want to possess it and enjoy. This is karma. See, when somebody says, Hare Rama, there is no world outside, it is your own mind's projection. And what are you talking about the sukha in it or happiness in it? There is nothing like that. When that guna comes in contact with this guna of your mind, that is vasanas, the reflected happiness kisses the ajnana vritti, and then that is reflected as ananda there. Priya moda pramoda. You have seen, na? It is not coming from the object. Because I told you, some other person may hate that object. For that person, the person kandale kadupu, koma oru. Na? So, therefore, that person is not giving you happiness. Your own mind, which is creating that this object is nice, very good, because it gives some sort of reasons, because you are appreciating the guna, nothing else. Everything has its own guna and dosha also. When you start appreciating the guna more and more, you get caught. That is why you should not appreciate guna more and more. See, casually you can say, but you should not go on thinking about it, or again and again broach about it. Then slowly mind is getting slowly into it. See? I gave you example also. A boy, innocent boy, he sees a girl and then he says, oh, she is beautiful. She is very good also. You know, she is a very kind girl, very nice girl. Like that, he appreciates the guna. And then what happens? Slowly he thinks about her again and again. And then they share the phone numbers. And then what? How are you? Good morning, good night, good morning. Another good morning, good night. Has it got any meaning? And then slowly and steadily, are you free today? Slowly and steadily, the mind is getting caught. That is what we have seen. Is it not so? But what is there? The guna means what? Whatever it is, it is. But we sometimes exaggerate it. We exaggerate and make it big. And our vasana is in tune with that. That is the thing. See, sometimes people like somebody very traditional. Some people like modern. Some people like this. Some people like that. That is your vasana. So when it is in tune, you appreciate it more and more. But actually you do not know about that thing actually. Whatever you perceive, you think it is. And then you appreciate it. So slowly the mind gets, you know. So when you know that there is nothing in the world, it is all mind's game, and also Ananda is from Atma, the self only, not from the object, then will you ever go there? You know what? When you get caught, when you get attached, adha madri ஒரு அனர்த்தம் வேறு எதுவுமே கிடையாது இந்த உலகத்தில். See, I am not talking from the books, I tell you. I am not talking from the books. My life's experience. When you get attached to anybody, that is anartham. Dukkalayam மேல அது anartham. Total anartham it is. You lose your peace of mind. And you lose your freedom. And you cannot enjoy anything. And you want to dictate terms to everybody. You want to control. You want to strangulate. You think that is good for the other person. See, who are you to think what is good for the other person? You think that is good for the other person. Because I am your well-wisher. So you strangulate the other person. Strangulate கழுத்தை நெரிக்கிறது. So when you get attached, everybody suffers. The other person also suffers, you also suffer. And nobody grows. You also don't grow, the other person you will never allow that person to grow. So it is anartham. When you know that it is anartham, very clearly, like fruit in the palm, will you ever do that? In spite if you do that, aviveka, ajnana, and then you have to face the consequences, you have to suffer. தமிழில் ஒரு பழமொழி இருக்குது, நல்ல மாட்டுக்கு ஒரு சூடு அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். When the person suffers once, he should remember and he should change himself. Again and again, if he commits the same mistake, then it means he is really some crack. So therefore it is very clearly said, when you know that it is a mirage water, you will never go and think I want water from there, because it is only an appearance of water. If you know clearly there is no water, you will not go there. So very clearly, out of discrimination, if you know there is no sukha in this world, you will not go there. But Maya is so powerful. It tempts you. Because your vasanas are like that. Actually speaking, the vasana is only appearing as the world. Do you know that? My God, this is something, I don't know what it is.
How?
Because there is no world outside, mind is only projecting now. Mind, how it's projecting? According to his vasanas. That's all. In the dream, who is projecting? In the dream, the mind is only projecting.
Mind is not my mind.
Whatever, whosoever mind. I am not saying your mind. I said mind is projecting.
Cosmic mind.
Okay, you say cosmic mind. Then you have an idea of a cosmos other than yourself, the world. Think about it. So, the mind only projects in the dream. Because it is your dream, you say, no? The mind is only projecting in the dream. No, you think about it. Don't be in a hurry. No hurry, na. Aram se we can think. We can even fight later. Argue. So now also, mind is only projecting. From where it is projecting? According to the vasanas only. See, the film roll, when it moves fast, a scene, cinema is seen. Cinema is projected. Without the film roll, there is no cinema, only light. Only the film roll, when it moves fast through the light, then you cinema. So, you see. So this Atma Chaitanyam by itself cannot project anything. Because it's just a white light. When there is vasana only, that is a film roll. When that moves fast, that is mind. Only then something is seen. I am not telling you this. Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi in the book has clearly, with the diagram, he has explained. I will show you the diagram. With the diagram, beautifully he is explained. What is that book? Vichara Sangraha or something. There is a book called Vichara Sangraha. You ask in the Ramanashramam. In that book, with the diagram he has explained how only the vasana is seen as the world.
This bird sound is it my vasana?
Yes, definitely. In the deep sleep you don't hear anything. When your mind is awake, you hear everything. So it is mind's projection only. Whose mind, don't ask. It is mind's projection. If the mind goes away, there is only self. Full stop. See? That's what I told you. You have to be very sincere about your experiences, not others' experiences, because others are also projection of the same mind only. So,
once we get deep sleep, then nothing is there.
That's what.
Full stop.
That's what. So, when you come out, you analyze your experience. When the mind is out, there is world. When the mind is not, there is no world. Therefore, everything is mind. And what is the mind you inquire? There is no mind. There is only self. That's all. How simple. Manasam tu kim margane krite naiva manasam marga arjavat. So therefore, this is the difference between the knower and the ignorant. Otherwise, that's what he's asking in the last line. No ched vidam drishtafalam kim asmat. Otherwise, what is the use of this knowledge? If this difference is also not there, what is the use of this knowledge? What is the difference? When you are having the knowledge, you withdraw, you don't go there, because you know it is illusion, it is not there, water is not there, it is only an appearance, but it is not there. What is ignorance? There is water and I can drink and I can quench my thirst. So this is the difference between the knower and the ignorant. Even if this difference is not there, what is the use of this knowledge? So therefore, there is a difference between the knower of the truth and the ignorant. So the knower of the truth means what? What is the sign? He has to withdraw. If he says, I am the knower, and still if he indulges, he is not the knower. There is only illusion of knowledge. See? There is only illusion of knowledge, not real knowledge. That knowledge also is illusion only. Illusion of knowledge. See, from the Vyasapit he can talk, give discourses, beautiful discourse, to make everybody believe that, oh, this person may be enlightened. Like that you can even, convince. But if you again and again go into the world of objects, then it means the knowledge is not there. If the knowledge is there, the sign is what? Nivritti. You don't go and fall for it. You withdraw because you know it is all chumma, it is not there. And there is no joy content in it. And the Maya can come and dance in front of you. Manasa mayaka mudiyu Maya vala. Mayakachna, when you get attached, you suffer. So Buddhiman, what he will do? He will understand his Maya's play and then he will not entertain. He will try to focus the attention only on the self.
And not get bored.
Not get?
Bored.
How can you get bored with the self? Because Anandam it is. See, that is what our Acharya last time he was saying when we were going in the car. He was saying, he was saying like this. I don't understand how these people are saying, I am bored, bored, bored. If you are one with the self, there cannot be boredom, he was saying. If somebody says they are bored, then they do not know anything about the self, he was saying. Because self is such a thing, there cannot be boredom, there is only Anandam. And you know what? Mind only gets bored, not the self. No, because mind wants some variety always. Mind cannot be satisfied with one. It wants variety. Say, idu okay, what is that? What is that?
What is next?
See, it wants variety actually. That is why fellows go to other countries. Here I have eaten food, tasted food. Thai food, how it is. And on that cuisine, how it is. Like that, mind wants different varieties. So I have heard this music. What is that music? What is that music? See, mind wants always variety. Similarly, in enjoyment also, mind always wants a variety. It's not satisfied with one.
Right.
It is nature of the mind. And because of vasanas are there, plus the mind wants always variety, otherwise it feels bored. See, if I give same upma to you morning, afternoon, night, what will you do? Wow. Then you say, Kalayum niye, Malayum niye, Iravum niye, Pagalum niye. Yesterday you were happy to eat paratha. You told me.
No,
Once in a way, if paratha is given, you are happy about it. Because you want something different.
Yes.
Right? That's what it is all about.
Eat more also.
You want more parathas today also?
I ate more than
Yeah, regular.
normal food.
So therefore, the mind wants variety. Therefore, it goes here, there, everywhere. It is not satisfied. But if you know that there is nothing in it, it will not go. See, you know what? It is not there is nothing in it. That guna is there. If you eat mango, it is sweet. Nobody denies that. If you eat, let us say, bhaji. You know what is bhaji? You will ask what is bhaji. I cannot answer what is bhaji. Can anybody answer what is bhaji? Pakoda. Because North Indians, they call everything pakoda only. They don't know the difference between bhaji and pakoda. For them, everything is pakoda. But we have bhaji also. You don't know what it is. You know bhaji?
Yes, sir.
Then you know it.
I ate it in abroad.
Okay. See, you know everything. So, bhaji we eat, it has got a taste. Nobody denies that. But the happiness what you imagine is not from the bhaji. Because somebody else's, if they eat that bhaji, they tear. And they say, what is this nonsense? They say. If a fellow who is only eating bland things you give him, he will say, what is this, he will say. But we enjoy bhaji. And another example, very favorite example, filter coffee. You ask these ammas, filter coffee, Paramanandam. What are you talking about, Brahmanandam? Here is Brahmanandam. But I know what it is. It is a kashayam. Very, very bitter. And I don't know how people drink it. And this Coca-Cola, have you drunk? Without refrigerating, you drink it. That's Puchi Marandu, you know? Puchi Kolli adu. So, Vayatla Puchi ella kondrum adu. Coca-Cola, if you don't refrigerate and drink straight, I tell you, I don't know how this world is crazy about things I don't know. See, I tell you that way, but these fellows enjoy Coca-Cola. Then where is open happiness, they say, they advertise, open happiness. If you open Coca-Cola, you are opening happiness. Hare Rama. That Coca-Cola should give me happiness. It is not.
It's brainwashing.
So, the thing is, the happiness is not there in the object, but the guna means what? Whatever taste it has got, it has got. So, that when you come in contact with that, that kind of modification happens in your mind. That kind of modification happens in your mind. That is accepted. That is not Ananda. See, that is what we confuse ourselves. But what is Ananda? When the mind quietens, the Atmananda reflects in it. I want. Ah, got it. I want BMW. And then you sort of save money for that. Say or borrow from here, there, everywhere. Kunda tuki kulila potu, kuliya tuki kundala potu, ellathiyum potu. I got it. My dream car. So that I can take my dream wife in that car. So that life becomes only a dream.
Then a scratch.
See what happens. So I have got it now. That one moment. So the mind quietens. There the Atmanandam only expresses. You are right. When there is some scratch, it is scratch in the heart. And people may even die. So therefore, we have to understand the happiness is not in the object, it is in the self only. But what it can provide is some tickling, some sort of, what it is called, I don't know what it is. You may call it as pleasure or whatever. But that is not Ananda what they are talking about. That is not what we are seeking actually. You understand? That is not what we are, because if we have sought that, we would have been satisfied with that. We are not satisfied with that. We are searching something more. Meaning, this is not what we are seeking. If this is what we are seeking means, we would have been satisfied with this. But no, we are not satisfied. It means we are seeking something else. What is that we are seeking? We don't know what we are seeking also. We do not know what we want also. We do not know where we are going also. We live like a buffalo. Don't know what is happening around us. So therefore, this is the difference between the knower and the not knower, or the ignorant. If he knows there is no joy in it, he will not go there. He will withdraw. If he still goes there, he is ignorant only. This is the difference between the knower and the ignorant. Okay, we have spent so much of time on this one verse, Ajnana hridaya grantehe Vinasho yadhyasheshataha Anichor vishayak kimnu Pravrutthe karanam swataha Ajnana hridaya grantehe Vinasho yadhyasheshataha Anichor vishayak kimnu Pravrutte karanam swataha. Ajnana hridaya grantehe vinashaha. So one who's knot of the heart, hridaya granthi means that is a knot, mudichu. Knot of the heart is cut asunder, vinashaha. Yadi, if the knot of the heart is cut asunder, asheshataha, meaning what? Totally. Anichaha, he becomes desireless. Why? What is the granthi? Ajnana, kama, karma. Avidya, kama, karma. This is the granthi. Because of avidya, there are desires, kama. And when there is desire, you cannot keep quiet. You have to act in the world outside. So this is the hridaya granthi. Ajnana, not knowing oneself. Then kama, desire, and activity in the world outside. If this is cut asunder, this knot is cut asunder, then he has no desire in his heart, because he knows his true self as Purna Paramatma. and he knows there is nothing other than himself. Whatever is imagined is only imagined. So he has no desire in his heart. Vishayaha kim pravritte karanaswataha. Such a person, what is the reason for him to go out into the world? Meaning, when he knows he is Purna Paramatma and the world is only projection of the mind, what is the reason for him to go after the world? There is no reason. There cannot be any reason for him to go behind the world. See, Vishayaha kimnu pravritte karanam. To go behind the objects, what can be the reason? There is no reason for him to go behind the object. But if still he is going behind means he has not known himself. Still he feels the objects are real and he believes they can give me some joy, some happiness. See, this is called a sankalpam. I feel there is a world outside and I feel it can give me happiness. And also I feel I am imperfect and I want something from the world outside to make myself complete. All these are imaginations of the mind. If he knows himself truly, then he knows there is nothing other than him and he is already fulfilled. So then in that state, what is the reason? What could be the reason for him to go outside? There is no reason. There is no cause which can take him outside. Therefore, he is always within himself. Uparamaha. He is always in himself. He is not going out. If a great Mahatma is sitting quietly in his own place, it doesn't mean that he is a somberi, he is a lazy fellow. It is not that he is a weak or helpless, impotent fellow. No. He knows here is everything and there is nothing else. And I am satisfied. There is nothing more to seek. So he is Atma Ramaha, Atma Santushtaha. So he is reveling in his own self. Suppose if somebody gives him something, will he not enjoy? The next verse is he is going to tell. He may, like Bhalavat or Nidraluvat, like one who is asleep. If you wake him up and give him something, he may eat also and sleep. He may not know even he has eaten. This child also doesn't know whether it has taken milk or not, it doesn't know. When it's hungry, it may cry. It doesn't know. So, like that, if somebody forces something on him, he may take it, but he doesn't have that idea of enjoyership or doership or enjoyership. He may even appreciate. You should not be deluded. You should not be misled. It's all part of the game. But for him, exactly, you are right. Because the vasanas are not formed, therefore he is not craving for it or he is not going after it. That experience is gone, finished with that. Nothing is in his head. He will not compare it with anything. So therefore it is said here, when the Hridaya Granthi is gone, Asheshataha totally, meaning the avidya is removed, there is no kama, there is no karma, then is there any reason for him to go behind the objects? There is no cause for him to be extrovert. Therefore, he is always within his own self. Uparamaha, that's what we are seeing, right? So therefore, he is so satisfied. When Uparati happens, there is no sort of vikshepa in the mind. See, because of the vikshepa, the mind is distracted and agitated. When you know there is nothing to be distracted, there is no distraction at all. That itself is peace. And on top of it, when you abide there, totally, it is Anandam. You compare to that Anandam, these are all nothing. For him, it's nothing. Veera Sudandiram vendi ninrar pinbu veradu kolvaro, Aramudunnum asai padaithavar kallinil arivai chelutthuvaro. Meaning, if somebody is offering you nectar, amrutam, okay, you keep it aside. And then you ask, Konyo, the toddy is there, na? Please can you bring the toddy also? Will you ever ask? When somebody has given you the amrutam, And you keep it aside and say, yeah, this is, let it be here, but I'm fond of the toddy. Toddy is in the kallu.
Snuff.
No, toddy.
Also snuff.
Okay. Huh? Palm trees. Toddy they say, kallu they say. So please, that also I may like. Or that kallacharayam, this charayam, the country liquor. Please, can you bring me some country liquor? If some fellow says, then you can only sympathize with him. Is it not so? So Amritam is here. Will he ever run after this kallacharayam, this country liquor? You don't know, Swamiji, country liquor is more tasteful or more kick. The Amritam, what is this? It is nothing. What is this Amritam? There is a kick. So you are kicked out.
It helps to transcend the mind.
Amritam? Amritam will not. You have done? You have taken Amritam? You have taken Amritam? Then? But also it will give you nervous weakness, nervous breakdown after some time. Yeah. But this will not. This will. I will tell you. We will discuss it. I am the wholesale dealer. I will get Vasana anudayo bhogyai bhogye vairagyasya dadhavadihi aham bhavodaya bhavo bodhasya paramavadihi lina vritteranutpattihi Maryado paratestu sa. See, avadahi means, what is the limit? Limit means what? Avadahi. What is the maximum? Abdingra mari. So, vairagyasya avadahi kim abdin keta. What is the atyanta vairagyam? One has got real vairagyam. What is the limit, or means what is the maximum vairagyam one can have? When you ask that, vasana anudayo bhogaye, meaning when an object is presented before you and nothing happens inside you. Vasana anudayo. Udayam means what? Rising. Anudayo means it is not rising. So whatever is presented before you, good or bad, nothing happens within you. Is it so now? No. Whatever the mind thinks wonderful object, when it is presented before you, the mind swells. Is it not so? Like that.
Living in this ashram, anything is coming, we are accepting as prasadam. It is fine.
So, when something which is not good presents before you, mind reacts in a negative way. Ayyo, chi. But whatever is presented before you, when nothing happens inside, positively or negatively, that is the limit of vairagya. Meaning you have achieved the maximum vairagya. Okay? Now what is the limit of the knowledge? Or what is the sign that you have attained the fullest knowledge? Meaning aham bhava udaya abhavaha. This ego self, aham, non, abdingra ego self is no more rising. This is the avadhi. Limit means what? This is the fullest knowledge you can gain. If your knowledge is complete, total, what is the signature? What is the sign? Meaning the aham bhavaha is not arising. See? What is vairagya? When any object is presented, nothing happens inside. The vasanas are not arising, good or bad, because vasanas are exhausted. That is vairagya. What is bodham? Knowledge. Aham bhavam is not arising. Both are one only actually. Because only when the aham bhavam arises, because of vasana, it will react. See? And what is uparati? What is uparati? Lina vrittehe anutpattihi maryado uparadesta sa. When all the thoughts are merged in the self, That is total uparati, total withdrawal. All the thoughts, when they are merged in the self, no more thoughts. That is total uparati. That is the limit of uparati. Means what? You have attained the fullest uparati. Uparati means what? Withdrawal. It is not withdrawal from the bank. It is withdrawal from the world. Total uparati. So, no more thoughts. No more you are imagining anything. No more you are imagining anything. All the imaginations gone. You can never be a poet anymore. But somehow Adi Shankara, even after that, he was a poet, great. But what I mean to say is, all the imagination gone. Swamiji, then he may not be any creative, he may not be a creative person. Not that. Whatever we imagine as not self, that is all gone. The Bheda Bhavana has gone totally. So that is total uparati. So here three things are said. Vairagya, Bodha and Uparati. These three things only we are discussing now. Are you aware? Or asleep? Gone to sleep. So Vairagya, Bodha and Uparati. What is the fulfillment of Vairagya? What is the fullest Vairagya? The maximum Vairagya you can have. Whatever is presented before you, the mind is the same. No vasana is rising. And what is the fullest knowledge? The ahankara, the I is not rising. Meaning you are not identifying with anything. No identification with any of the upadhis. And what is the fullest uparati? Culmination of uparati. Meaning no projection, no imagination whatsoever. Everything has gone, merged in the self. So, non-perception of object. See, you are seeing everything, yet you are not perceiving anything as an object. Non-perception of object. So this is the ultimate uparati. So person like Buddha, he was in the 7th bhumika. So when you cross each bhumika, something happens differently. That is what explained in Yoga Vashishta about the 6 bhumikas and the 7th. So the final 6th bhumika is what? Non-perception of objects. Complete. How is it possible, Swamiji? It is possible. That is uparadi, total uparadi. So that is where we have to reach. And that is where we are now.
So Buddha, if somebody spat on him, he would not react.
Maybe, yeah.
Right now we are not there.
No, we are. We are acting as if we are not.
No, somebody talks a harsh word or slap, forget spitting on the face. Even these things we react.
Because of the habit, identification.
So that bhumika is separate. We are not.
Bhumika is separate, but what I mean to say is, even now we are the self now. Even now we are the self. We are used to reacting, so we are reacting. If you undo it, then you can undo it.
The body reacts.
If you think like that, then you are self. You are not reacting. You don't think that way also, this way also.
Body also didn't react, no.
Okay. We will complete now and then discuss. Om Purnamadha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudhachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.